Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys an old school album review. And today we're going to be talking about this album's 15th anniversary, and it's from a band that's, well, not really metal, but I actually like this album. In fact, this is the only album I actually honestly enjoy from them, and today is the 15th anniversary of it. And as you can see below the title, and I know some people are probably going to give me shit for this, but I don't care. We're going to be talking about Don't You Fake It by the band The Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, the band's debut full-length album released on July 18th, 2006. Now, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, I'll give a little back history. They're a rock band from Florida that formed in 2003, and they kind of played locally, probably around the South Florida. They've had like some build up a following, and I think they got signed around '04 or '05. And then 2006 they released their debut album Don't You Fake It, and a lot of people consider it to be the best, and I honestly think it is. I just think it's a great album, and had the great opportunity to see them play it live last month down at Furnace 41 in Jonesboro, and it was a good show where they just played the whole album from start to finish. And this album is just, I don't know, it's a really catchy album. The Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, for me, they have kind of like lumped in with like post-hardcore, pop punk, and I don't know, just like rock. And a lot of people consider it to be kind of the emo culture, and I could see that, but I don't really consider myself emo, or I just like the music. I just think they're good. And every song on this album is just, it has like a good flow. Like every song has like different vibes, different emotions. The production, everything is where it needs to be. I'll just talk about like the vocals from Ronnie Winter. Like Ronnie's vocals, has like different, like he has like good range, and he does like a lot of the cleans, and there's some moments where he actually screams and it sounds pretty solid. And he puts like a lot of like feels and emotions. Like he has like range for, he goes for like softer stuff and has like a more of a higher range, and it's just really good. The guitar work is pretty basic, pretty solid from former guitarists Elias Reedy and Duke Kitchens. Like both the guitarists have like their riffs, and they both sound similar. They have like different, I don't know, it's hard to describe it. Bass wise, Joey Westwood's bass is pretty heard well in the mix, and there's some moments where you can actually hear the bass and he actually shines more. And the drumming wise, former drummer John Wilkes does a really great job keeping the beat. So without further ado, let's just dive into this album track by track. Now we're going to start things off with In Fate's Hand. Now this pretty much right from the get-go shows what the band is all about, which on a songs that people can relate, minus sort of like the concealed meanings and everything. And I feel like Ronnie just delivers a really great vocal performance. His singing is really smooth, and it just shows his range throughout. And it's also very refreshing to find a singer with a great range and who can reach its peak without sounding too fucking whiny. And it's equally as well as the screaming and powerfulness here. It's just really defined and well tuned, and I feel like the screaming adds a very nice to the overall sound of the album. From the opening song, the guitarist's talents are not revealed all the way, but there are some catchy progressions and put together there, and I think the writing is solid, and there's like a cool little bass interlude with a screeching scream, then goes back into the final chorus, and I think it's a very powerful moment leading into there, and I think it's a great way to start this album. Just kick it off right there. Next up is Waiting. Now Waiting is a good song, and it is just really just has some really great good guitar work and just some really just catchy singing. Then we get to False Pretense. Now, False Pretense is actually one of the singles from this album. And it's just really just a fucking catchy song. And it's just really great. The chorus in there is just great and everything. And then we get to the song that everybody knows from this band, Face Down. Now, this is pretty much the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus is the song that everybody should know. When you even bring up the name Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, you're like, oh, it's that band with that song. And I think Face Down is the song that pretty much sums up Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, and just starts off with a really great drum beat with a kick and snare, and then the instrumental is on this song is just fairly simple, and it changes with a mid-tempo riff which comes out during the chorus. And I just like how the chorus lead that just goes do 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 doing. It just has some really great vocals from Ronnie, and lyrically, the song talks about like being abuse and just being in a situation of that, and I don't know, and it's just really just a really good, powerful song, and it's just I don't know, just like really fucking catchy song. So just from like the instrumentals, the vocals, the lyrics, everything, it's a great song, but with a very good important message and just an important, a serious meaning behind it. And then we get to Misery Loves Its Company. Now, after the first few songs, this is pretty much where the album slows down a little bit. But it's just has very slow parts, and it also has some mid-paced songs, and it's a pretty good song. It just has like moments where it just chill and makes you want to relax, and it also very melodic, and it really just showcases like what Ronnie can do as a vocalist. Overall, pretty good song. Next up is Cat and Mouse. Now this song has some really good guitar. It's just pretty basic, and I really love like there's a solid section with a piano in there, and the superb vocals just makes it a great song. And I feel like lyrically it's a little bit simple, but it just works nice for me. I mean, it has like a slower song which also incorporates use of piano, which I think when they used to play it live they don't really have piano. They would use like a backing track, but now they have like an official keyboard player. So they used to be 5 guys, now there's 6 members in the band with a keyboard player, and it's really good that they really just want to incorporate what they can do live on the CD. It's just a really good song. And then we move on to the second half of the album, and we're going to start things off with Damn Regret. Now, Damn Regret is a very upbeat sounding song, just right from the chorus and just the song. And this is actually like the only time you actually hear profanity in a Red Jumpsuit Apparatus song, as far as I know. No, I mean, obviously I know damn isn't like is a part of the swear word. It's only like it's a minor swear word. I mean, obviously there are levels like damn's like moderate, and fuck is like the ultimate. But overall, it's a really good song, and I think it really goes well with the live setting. Makes you just want to jump, and it's just a really good song overall. Then we get to Atrophy, which is, in my opinion, one of my favorite songs from this album. It has a really great riff in the verses, and this is probably the best verse on the album. The music and the vocals are really catchy. And I really love there's like a song that also has like no hidden meaning yet. Yeah, and I especially love like the softer bridge, which has a little piano in there, and it just works out great again. And I just love, especially like the multiple voices at the end of the chorus is like especially with Ronnie going, take back the beat in your heart, and then behind that is like breaking down what you can see. I'm sorry if my shitty singing, but they don't even use that. When I saw them live, they don't, especially like after the whole amp changes, they don't even do that backing stuff anymore live, which kind of is a shame, but I just really think it would sound great live. Anyway, then we move on to 17 Ain't So Sweet. Now, 17 Ain't So Sweet has a little slow start, and then it just goes into a very mid-paced tempo, and it has some really good slower beats to follow. Then we get to Justify. Now, Justify is one of the heaviest songs on here, just in terms of like the guitar tone and just the screaming overall. Really just, I don't know, it's just a really heavy song on one of the... Wow, I don't even know how to say it. And then we close things out, sort of, with Your Guardian Angel. Now, it opens up with like 2.5 minutes of acoustic guitar and really just soft vocals. And I really give some props to Ronnie for once again delivering a really good, smooth vocal performance throughout the song. And his voice just comes out really just soft and refreshing. And the acoustic work is just nicely done, and then there's like a tiny melody coming off like the second verse, and it just fits so well, especially when the epic final chorus, especially when the whole band joins in, is not something I would expect, but I think they just pull it off fantastically, and just fades out and you think you're done, but no, this actually has a hidden track we're going to talk about called The Grim Goodbye. Now this is in my opinion, as far as I've heard, the heaviest song that Red Jumpsuit Apparatus has. It's just heavy and hard hitting than the rest of this album. It almost kind of sounds almost metalcore-y, like it has some really heavy chords and blast beats. And this song is over 7 minutes long, and it doesn't have like the whole verse chorus verse structure. Sure, and I think Grim Goodbye just a really great song. Now, overall, Don't You Fake It by Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. I feel like the band had really hit the ground running with this album, and I really wish they would kind of have that kind of same style now. So if I were to get a Salamis score, I'm going to give Don't You Fake It a solid 10 out of 10. It's a great debut, great way to start off a career for this band. So yeah, that's my review of the album, guys. I know some people are probably going to give me hell for it, but like I said, I don't give a fuck. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and as always, keep it metal.